Hello, welcome. My name is James Copley from the Sunderland. I'm joined by Graham Falk from the Scotsman and the What the Falk podcast. How you doing, mate?
I mean, it's never nice to lose 3-0. Been better, but like pre-season, I'm alright.
Yeah, we'll start by saying that Sunderland were really poor today. I thought they weren't at it at all, didn't look strong, lots of misplaced passes. I think it is worth noting, Graham, that Hearts are 4 games into their campaign.
Yeah, of course, they've got the Premier Sports Cup games. They've won, I think, each one by, scored 4 in each. They've won 4 games. McInnes is known for high press, and they certainly showed that today. And they just looked like they had a little bit more zip. I think Craig Gordon said at the end he felt like it was a statement made. As a Sunderland fan, although I was commenting on Hearts today, I'm not too concerned. I think pre-season's pre-season. If we'd won today 5-0, I don't think we'd go on and win the Premier League. So. But yeah, you know what? In isolation, James, it was poor, and I think there's a lot of players that will be disappointed with the performance today.
I think so. There was a lot of sloppy passes. Obviously, Siddiqui's pass at the end was really sloppy. Dan Neil came in to start in the midfield, sort of 6 role. Siddiqui played alongside him a little bit, and then you had Enzo Lefebvre further forward. I'm a massive Dan Neil fan, but I don't think today was his best game. As somebody who's pushing for a starting spot in the Premier League, who's somebody we want to see play in the Premier League for Sunderland, didn't really do himself too many favours. Again, you have to preface these things all the time with it is pre-season. He's still got chances to get back in the team, and he wasn't the only poor one today by any stretch.
No, I 100% agree. Look, I want nothing more than Daniel to be captain Sunderland AFC in the Premier League and to be captaining us and doing well. But today, if it was an audition for that game against West Ham, you know, if you're saying, you know, Dan, can you play that role like you've played for us in the Championship and take maybe Siddiqui's place or potentially Diarra's? It's an audition he didn't pass, but he's got 2-3 games still to go where he can make a good audition. I've said audition 3 times now, but I think, look, we all know Daniel's quality, and that was well below what he can offer today. Do I think that means Daniel's done for the Premier League? Far from it. He's a fantastic player.
Sunderland's 2 wingers, I want to talk about Sunderland's 2 start wingers anyway, Adingra and Talby. We've paid a lot of money for them. You know, I'm not writing them off. I think they'll come good. They need time to bed in, adapt to a new environment. They just seem very wasteful at the moment. They're not really linking up with the full-backs very well, as you would expect it. It's a new team for them. It's a new experience. I thought Adingra, he looks really bright and really promising, but he's very wasteful with the ball. As he's cutting in, you know, his crosses don't tend to find the men. At my end, he didn't have much service today. It's, you know, a bit of a learning curve for them really today, and I think, in a sense, a welcome to British football, because that Hearts team they were physical, they were fit, they were you know, rugged, as we say. They're pretty much into their campaign. The Scottish top flight starts next week, so that they're ready to go. So it was a bit of a welcome to Britain moment, I think, for them. I
think so. Look, there's a couple of tackles went in on Diarra as well and Siddiqui, and they were clearly quite hurt by it, but they were just good hard tackles in my opinion.
They got the ball.
Yeah, 100%. I think Adingra, for me, if I'm basing it on what I've seen so far, a bit frustrating with the final ball, but he's clearly got loads in his locker in terms of talent and things like that. But look, I felt that Talby was a little bit anonymous today, and I think, if anything, if there's a positive you can take out of those 2 poor performances today, is that they now know what the standard is and what they've got to reach, because, look, there's players there that can take the place. We know what Patrick Roberts can do, and whilst many people think, you know, he'll not be the preferred option on the right in the Premier League, we know what he can do, and Romain Mundle, unfortunately, going to be out for a while, but there's players there that in time at least will be champing at the bit to take their place, so they've got to open the game a little bit. Yeah,
there's a lot of time before that West Ham game, isn't there? There's 4 pre-season friendlies to go. There was transfer stories breaking during the game. Perhaps we'll have more videos on that. You can check it out on the Sunderland Echo website. But the point is, Sunderland have time, and Sunderland are going to sign more players as well. I fully expect them to be a different side by the time West Ham rolls around.
Oh, 100%. And I think, look, there's 2-3 games at home yet to go.
It's not as we're calling the game as we see it. It was poor, but we're not sort of spitting our dummy out the pram. It is what it is.
I don't think we're spitting our dummy out at all. I think it is what it is. The performance is what it was, but you're up against a significantly fitter team. And what do we always say that pre-season's about? Fitness. Doesn't matter.
It's about cohesion as well, but there didn't seem to be a lot of that.
No, not at all. But I think if you rewind back to Sport in Lisbon, and no offence to to Hearts, I would say Sporting Lisbon are a little bit better than Hearts, and
Yeah.
I thought we were really unlucky not to win that game.
Weird, because I know Sevilla and Sporting Lisbon aren't as far on in their pre-seasons or seasons as Hearts are, but I thought Sunderland looked a lot better against
We did.
higher quality
Yeah.
opposition on paper. So it's a strange one, isn't it? I think that makes it hard to analyse, but we should also say congratulations to Craig Gordon. He got a brilliant testimonial, a brilliant reception by both sets
Clean
of
sheet.
fans, and a clean sheet. Yeah, he was only on the field for a minute. He joked at the end that he'd get a clean sheet bonus, didn't he?
Deserved
Which was quite funny. Anyway, we've gone way over time. So we'll catch you next time. I think Phil will have On the Whistle and all that good stuff. There'll be podcasts midweek and plenty of content over the Sunday. Graham, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure, mate.